Right, morning guys. Now, it was announced last night that Youssouf Fofana was in talks with Manchester United and that the Mctominay deal to Fulham is apparently off, well, for now anyway. So some good news and some bad news for Man United. They desperately need a central midfielder because when you look at their options, I think they've still got Casemiro, Mctominay, who for me still, I think Casemiro's finished and McTominay certainly is finished. I don't really think he even started. But anyway, you've got Mason Mount, Mainu and Bruno Fernandes. That is Man United's only real three midfielders going into the season. And I don't think they can play together. I think they're all quite similar. Mainu's the only one who would possibly be leaning towards the sixth position, but I don't think he's a six. I think he's a midfielder who likes to break forward. He's like a proper number 8 for me, Mainu. Proper box to box, likes to glide with the ball forward, but can also track back. But I think he's too similar to the likes of Mainu and Bruno Fernandes. So this signing of Fofana, if they can pull it off, would be exactly what they need. And I think it will allow those guys that I've mentioned to have more license to go forward. So that's something we've got to look out for. Like I said, I think Casemiro's finished. The McTominay one's a weird one because, you know, you would think it would be him trying to not leave because, you know, players like him and Maguire, they're trying to hold on. But this was Man United. Man United were adamant that Fulham have not paid the right price. Fulham offered 20 million and Man United said that's not enough. So it's a very risky game Man United are playing at the moment. They're playing the game. They want to try and get as much money for this guy as possible. But I'm scratching my head. We got a similar issue with Nketiah, where we're really playing hardball over the Nketiah price. And Man United are doing the same. But is McTominay even worth what they're valuing for him? I don't think he is. So it's a very risky game. And they're at risk of having him for one more season. If I was United, the next offer that comes in, even if it's just a little bit above 20 million, just get rid of him, honestly. Just sell him, let him move on, let the club move on, and then that will allow room for another central midfielder. So that means United will have 4 midfielders who they can choose from in a midfield three, and that'll be them ready for the season. I think. I still think they need another defender, but that looks like, I think the De Ligt signing looks like it's going to happen soon. So yeah, I think De Ligt and Fofana coming in, that will be United done. And then the next summer they can keep trying to rebuild. I think Fofana, from what I've seen of him, he looks like a very good player, but I don't watch him week in, week out. But from what I've seen, he would be just what United need in the long run as well. You know, he's not some geezer that's in his 30s, ready to retire like Casemiro. This guy's young and he wants to progress his career. So I think Fofana would be perfect for Man United. But they need to get rid of McTominay. They have to free up some space in that squad. Because they've already spent a bit of money this summer. They're going to be spending money on De Ligt, Mazraoui possibly as well. So the likes of Wan-Bissaka, McTominay need to leave basically. But United need to be careful, because if another offer comes in from McTominay and they reject it, teams might just give up, and they need to get rid of McTominay to allow the space for Fofana. But they've got 9 days until the season starts. I think they're at home on the Friday night. So it's not long now. So they do need to hurry up. They don't want to risk going into that first game of the season against Fulham and then they've got absolutely no one in midfield to play alongside a Mainu or a Mount. They need a holding midfielder. They do. Casemiro is just not the answer anymore. And it was proven that last season. He's completely lost his legs. And yeah, they've got time to do it, but they will need to speed things up in the next coming days, because even when you agree deals with players, there's still medicals, there's still personal issues involved, and it's just, I don't know, it's not just a quick process, and United want to be ready for the first game of the season. But Fofana is a good player. If they could pull that off, I think it'll be a great signing.